Let me ask you a question about me.
Okay.
Is there something I've done as a pastor that has made your role harder, even unintentionally? And can you say it out loud right now?
Oh.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Pastor and Wife podcast.
We welcome you to hang out with us today.
I'm Hansel.
I'm Natalie.
Okay, so this is part 2 of you.
Oh, that rhymes.
So the last podcast we did, we talked about how your struggles as a pastor's wife, the reality of a pastor's wife, the sacrifice of a pastor's wife, with all those things and the loneliness that sometimes comes with being in a position of leadership.
Sounds kind of depressing.
I know, but we're doing it for the glory of God. And we've seen so many miracles and people change, and it's totally worth it. But I guess this begs the question on how is marriage like as a pastor's wife?
Well, I don't know what anyone else's marriage is like, but I don't really have any other marriage to compare it to.
Yeah.
But we definitely live for others. I mean, like being a pastor, being a leader is not, like we talked about once before, like the pyramid. We're not the top of the pyramid. We're like the bottom.
Yeah, we're the bottom of the pyramid. It's an upside down type of structure.
Inverted, yes.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely true. We both love people. We might not we're not called to like everyone, but we love everyone.
Yes. Yes.
And we're both called to, minister to people and to help people and use our gifts for others in kind of like a really, obvious way, is like being ministers. But I think, I witnessed you just kind of like burning both ends of the candle. And I think maybe what people don't see is that sometimes we kind of both operate that way.
Yeah, we do.
And so like we tend to focus on others a lot more than we focus on ourselves.
Yeah.
So we definitely have had to make, and your parents have made it possible basically. I mean, and I think it's a win-win because they watch the kids, they take the kids, all 4 of our kids, pretty much every week.
Yes.
And so we do have that time. And since we homeschool, like we're together all the time. And I think that's not super typical because we both work from home and we both work.
Yeah.
And I homeschool and all the kids are home all the time. So having that like 1 day a week is amazing. It's like invaluable for us. So,
and there's no way we could film podcast without it.
Exactly. Because guess what day it is? It's Lola's house day.
Yeah. And that's where we film podcasts.
Yeah. So I think just figuring out, and this could be for any couple, but figuring out how to prioritize our relationship.
Yeah.
But as clergy, we are blessed with, opportunities. Like we had a free weekend focus on the family.
Marriage retreat.
The marriage retreat.
That was all expenses paid except for the gas to get there.
Yeah, amazing.
It was really cool.
So we'll find little opportunities like that. And that's a real blessing for us. I think.
Shout out to Thousand Pines because they have one too for pastors and their spouses.
Yeah.
To go up into the mountains and have a little retreat. So awesome.
That one we haven't done, but that's on our list.
That's on our list.
So I think we just have to look for the opportunities, take the opportunities, and try not to neglect each other.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah. That's the hard part is like it's so easy to serve others. We forget sometimes marriage is also a ministry.
Yeah.
And it should be a priority because if the marriage falls apart, the church falls apart. And so you're kind of shooting the goose that lays the golden eggs there.
Right.
So pray for us. We don't want to grenade our own ministry. But we have to be creative, right? To find time for each other in marriage, and even the simple things like talking, right? It's a challenge.
Talking. Well, we're both really passionate about church. Like, we connect over our job, basically.
Yeah.
And we're told, like, not to do that.
We're
But
told not to do that, but it's our life.
it's our life, and we're passionate about it. We love it. And it opens doors for we talk about all sorts of things. But I would say, like, don't put, like, work talk off the table if it's something you're both called to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like if a couple has a business that involves people, I think you can do that in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
not all like numbers and
Right.
Because
we get into like theology and like I'll ask you questions. This is why we started this podcast. Because I'm like, I heard about this. What do you think about that? Think of like theology and this like cultural commentary from this pastor or whatever. You know, so
now, if you didn't catch that, you guys are witnessing some of our talking time right now. Our marriage is strengthened by this podcast. So please like and subscribe for our marriage. Anyway.
This is actually our creative way to have a conversation.
So we could get away from the kids and the church and just have husband and wife talks. But let me ask you this. How has ministry shaped our marriage, and not always in the ways people assume?
I mean, I think we kind of talked about that. The world that we live in and like the things that we do are, I don't think they're very average or normal. You know, we take what we can get. People give us random things all the time. We're like, hey, thanks. You know, just kind of accepting blessings from wherever they come from and like being resourceful and kind of making the most out of what we've been given.
Yeah, that's true. And God has provided, we use that for money all the time. But God has provided us opportunities to strengthen our marriage too, even though we live this semi-chaotic, exciting, faith-filled life, which it is, but God has provided times to do that for us. Let me ask you a question about me.
Okay.
Is there something I've done as a pastor that has made your role harder, even unintentionally? And can you say it out loud right now?
Oh. I think it's just the weight of all, because you love people so much and you like really live to serve others. I think sometimes you tend to get so involved with people that you do sometimes forget about ministering to your wife and ministering to your family.
I admit that. My bad.
That's no secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's something that we, and I get into my world of, ministering to my children, and I forget to minister to my husband. So.
All right. Well, I thought it was going to be worse than that, but.
I might need a minute.
Okay. I still cook though.
You cook, and when we have people over, like you usually cook the thing because it's like the fun meal. It's like something creative that you love to do, like hot pot or like something. So I can prepare the house and keep the kids sane and in order, and you cook the meal. So that's amazing.
Because I love steak.
And steak.
I love fire-touching meat, so people like my dinners. So we'll invite you guys.
That's how you got me. You cooked me a steak
for
my birthday
I
before we were married, when we were just getting to know each other.
I forgot. I didn't know you love steak.
You made me the best steak that I had ever had in my life.
At the lake.
Yes.
See? So that's how I won your heart, with the good old-fashioned ribeye.
Yes, and I love steak. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like trying different rubs or making my own rubs, which is awesome. All right, here's another question. What does our marriage need that ministry sometimes takes away?
Like emotional energy, I think.
Expand on that.
I think like this can happen in any marriage kind of, but like I see you giving your emotional energy, like giving your time and passion speeches and you're focused on the problems of others, and people ask you crazy questions, and they're gonna like go spreading like weird information. You gotta like kind of straighten it out and give people all the Bible verses for things, and this takes so much time. I mean, it's your job.
It's my
what
job.
you do.
But people don't know it's not like a normal job, though, because it's not like I have office hours of 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Which I tell them, like, during the day would be the best time to contact me if you need pastoral care. But we don't have a church, like our own building, so they can't go.
Yeah.
And most people work during those times. And when they really need help is when they get home and they're fighting with their wife or the kids aren't obeying or whatever, aren't following the rules. That's when I get the call, the text, the message.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that really does afford us a lot of flexibility.
Yes.
Which is nice, and which I'm good with, we also have, what was the question?
We're talking about what ministry takes away from our marriage sometimes, and you're right, emotional energy.
Yeah, because you're just like really invested in people's issues.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, hey, can I have an issue sometimes?
Yeah, can I have an issue? I'm glad we have friends who been pastors for many decades more than us that we can always call and go to. I'm so grateful for that. But there's one thing that maybe our audience can help out. Like, well, if you go to our church, if you don't, then you probably can't help out with this. I'm trying to train people how to help out in the pastoral ministry, right? Like, you don't have to be an ordained pastor to help out with the pastoral ministry. Sometimes when someone's having a hard time, sometimes just giving them a call or a text saying that you care.
Saying a prayer with them.
Say a prayer. If you have a Bible verse to share, you don't have to have perfect theology. All people need is to know that, one, God loves them and somebody else loves them.
Yeah.
And, for you church members watching this, please stop being scared and help. I'm being honest here. Our marriage needs help.
Our marriage needs help. Oh no.
We only have 24 hours a day. So, if this is the plan that God gave us to grow the church so that we're not burning the midnight oil all the time.
Right. And ideally, that's what we're training, our people to do anyway. What you are.
Yeah.
Is activating everyone in their own spiritual gifts so they know what they can offer people and where to help and be used by God and what he wants them to do in our community.
Right. See, that's how you help your pastor's marriage is use your spiritual gifts. But what about this? What do you wish other ministry couples knew before they started that we had to learn the hard way?
I think, we're kind of into church planting now.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other animal other than just like being a ministry couple. But I think what we tend to see, the most visible ministry couples are the ones who are like really successful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quote unquote, and have big congregations and are really visible and just seem to have it all together. But the normal ministry couple is just like day in, day out.
Yes.
Focusing on the one in front of them.
That's true.
And I think that's a good thing, is that ministry really is about ministering to the one and not trying to get to the hundreds or the thousands or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's kind of working backwards. It's like, it's just about loving the people in front of you and using the gifts that God gave you to minister to the one who needs it.
That's true.
And I think it's like much more smaller, maybe like more simplistic than like fame and glory or whatever.
Yeah, true.
Because you want to become a singer, because you just see famous singers all the time, but you don't know they were in show choir growing up, and they did this, and they performed at this little like dinky, talent show or whatever. Like all the years that it took to get where they are,
Yeah.
and most people don't ever end up there. So
They don't. Yeah.
relearning what success is,
Yeah.
and just knowing that success is obeying God and what He told you to do for the person in front of you.
Yeah. That is so true. All right. So, what does the pastor's wife actually need that she's too afraid to ask for?
I think we kind of talked about this in the last one.
Yeah, we did.
Is just friends and people to insert themselves into our life.
Yeah.
And not feel like there's a wall or a barrier.
Yeah.
And just to be, I don't know, seen as a friend, seen as a regular person.
Yeah. It's good for marriages to have other married couples in their lives
Yeah.
because it fosters a sense of community and a sense of belonging. And pastors and their wives need a sense of belonging too.
Yeah.
We just sometimes we just want to, hang out with other people and have fun.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's good for marriages. That's really good. Okay. So, what would you say to a young woman who just got engaged to a pastor and is about to step into this role?
Okay.
All right.
I would say, I think the redefining success thing is good. Learn to hear the Lord's voice and just obey what He tells you to do, and be open to your life not being what you envision it to be.
Yeah.
Loving, obeying God, just loving being obedient to the Lord, and being thankful in all the ways that He will bless you that you didn't expect.
Okay.
And I think another super important thing is you have to learn how to dig your own well.
Oh.
And this is
Explain
with any
that.
marriage that,
Yeah.
when your husband disappoints you for the first time and you realize he can't always make you happy, I'm not saying like be abused and stay in an abusive relationship or anything, but
not at all.
when our spouses are imperfect and make mistakes, we have to be able to go to the Lord as our ultimate source for everything that we need.
Yeah.
And like my life verse is Psalm 63:8. I cling to you and your right hand upholds me, basically. And just clinging to the Lord, and He will uphold me and He will support me. And when I feel insecure and when I feel disappointed by people and let down and like I have no one to go to, or, just always know that I can always be clingy with God.
Yes.
And if I want to cling to my husband, he will fail me sometimes. But we can always cling to the Lord, and He will always, His right arm is strong enough to uphold us.
Yeah.
And to be the source for everything that we're lacking. And to not have to rely on our congregation or rely on our friends or girlfriends or family or mom or husband for the things that we need, but to rely on the Lord. I can't always go to church and get fed from church because I serve at church.
Right.
So, I have to worship the Lord in my own time and dig my own well for my own sustenance.
There you go. Mm-hmm. That's a good answer. And I hope these young women stepping into that role listen to that. Now, I have to ask this, right? So after everything, the hard parts, the lonely parts, the parts nobody warned you about, what kept you in this and what has been worth it?
This is something that I know that God wants me to do, and it's that obedience thing. I really, we didn't want to plant a church.
Yeah, I know. I thought we would have like a cool college ministry.
Yeah, it was kind of starting out that
know.
way. Things really, like I had always had this vision for my life, and things always happened pretty much how I thought they would.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've been in this time where I'm just like, God, are we doing the wrong thing? Like, if we're in the
right.
wrong, like, I will give it up in a second, you
Yeah.
know, like, because I just want to follow what he wants.
Yeah.
I just want to be obedient, because if we're obedient, then we have his blessing, you know.
Right.
But sometimes I think right now he's calling us into obedience through a hard time.
Yes.
And we have to just stick with it. So I think I got off of the question. But yes, I mean, ultimate obedience to your calling is important.
Yeah.
I'm very aware. I remember the moment that I chose you,
Yeah.
and that I chose our church, and that I chose this, and this is my decision, and I am like obeying God as far as it takes me, as deep as it takes me, as hard as it gets, because that is where I find my joy and meaning in life. And I'm it's not worth it to make $1 million and be out of his will. Like,
That's
it's
true.
just not worth it.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely worth it. You know, especially when you focus on your small group of people, or your one person, you know, and you see the miracle, and you pray for one person, and they're encouraged. All those individual things are just always worth it when you're obeying God.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes we forget it's not the big flashy ministry you see on YouTube, but it's that one person in your church, or that one person that, you know, you did outreach to, that got touched by the Lord and their lives changed forever.
Yeah.
That you don't see on the big screen, you don't see on the internet.
Yeah.
So you're right. It's been worth it. All right. So if you could go back and say one thing to yourself on the day you said yes to this life, what would it be?
I would say give up your preconceived ideas.
Yeah.
What you think it might be.
Yeah, for sure.
And, you know, there was a time when I was starting to say before, when like we were applying for all these like nice cushy pastor jobs.
Yeah,
like,
mega church
over-
jobs.
And God did not open the door for that. And that would have been very nice and very comfortable.
Yeah.
But, you know, we just have to follow him where he leads us. And it would be way better
Yeah.
than compromising.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just have to be open. And I would say just, you know, be open to the unexpected, and just find joy in your relationship with the Lord and following what he says to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that you would, you know, if we had taken the route of being megachurch pastors, I wouldn't say it would be totally out of God's will, but out of his perfect will. Because I don't know.
Well, God's will isn't like one thing.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
not
miss
one
it, you're
thing.
done.
Yeah.
That's
like,
true.
You can do something and it'll be great. Like you're, you know, teaching the gospel, you're teaching the Bible, and things like that. But the real pioneers, the real people that make a difference, from what I've seen throughout history, are the people that are willing to suffer through hardship to get to that place that might not look like success.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And that's what we share a passion for, is pioneering. And and we know that. And we would never be satisfied for settling for something easy.
Yeah,
Even though it'd be so much easier, obviously. We would just never be satisfied.
Yeah, we like the hardest ministry. We like to reach the hardest people. We like to do stuff that, you know, makes us look bad in public. I'm just kidding. But to some people it does. But you know what? We love truth. We love the gospel. We love Jesus. And we would stop at nothing to give that to people. And that's why I think you're special. That's why I think our ministry's special. And like your advice here today is really insightful, not only to probably young women or other people who want to know what a pastor's wife feels and experiences, but to even men who want to like have better marriages or find a wife. I think what you've been saying, what you've been expressing honestly is going to give them a lot of value.
I hope so.
Yeah. So is there anything else that you want to say before we got to go?
I don't think so. I'm just really thankful to be blessed to serve people. I'm thankful to be your wife and to be in this with you. And we haven't like made it. We're not at the end. I don't know if we'll ever get to the end.
I don't know either.
We're still very much in process.
Yep.
But it's definitely been an exciting life, and everything has been worth it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm excited for the next thing. I'm scared for the next thing. Scared for next week, for whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we're in a hard spot right now. But God always provides for us if we're doing what he wants us to do. And I just want to stay there. So
amen. I couldn't said it better myself. So you guys, this has been so good. Make sure you tell Natalie you love her, that you appreciate her, and tell her thank you because she deserves it. So with that said, you guys, we'll see you on the next one. Like and subscribe. Godspeed and God bless. Bye.
bye.
Cool.